Just kind of looking at Palantir, it's kind of interesting setup here on Palantir, the recent price action. Go through some of the analysis that I did. And first of all, I have a anchor profile, volume profile off of this low here. So basically, I'm looking at these prices. And what I did is also I identify some of these zones, these low volume zones. You see here, after the high here came down and it broke, came down to this low volume zone, got a nice little bounce off, but it encountered resistance here, basically back testing this and came back down and broke this low volume zone, broke into the gap, and it came down, filled the gap, and it found some buyers here, some support in this high volume area, and then pushes back up to back test this low volume zone. So on the back test, then it flushes back down and found support here in this high volume area. You see there are a lot of price reaction here, and it came back up. Right now, it's kind of setting up an inside coil. So I'll be watching for the coming week is for the price to come up to see if it come up here and do another back test of this low volume zone. But this time I am looking for the possibility of breaking back above this low volume zone. And here, if I go into the lower time frame chart and looking at this 1 hour chart here, I also have the weekly profile. So I'm looking for the price to make its way back up here and break into the zone. So basically looking for it to possibly come up to this TOC or this high volume area, then come back and do a little bit of a back test of this zone here. They'll be looking for it as a trade location to look for some setup and swing long back up to possible into this area here, this low volume zone. And if we could get back above this low volume zone, then I'd be looking for the price to come up into this high volume zone here. So if we do this here, basically risking 3, well, basically we're kind of jumping ahead of ourselves, but assuming that we're basically risking 3 and we're going to try to make 9. So that will be a 3-to-1, on R here. So that is not too bad, but we have to be patient because the price could come up here and get rejected and it could push back down into this area here. So we could also be looking for a price setup if it get rejected on this low volume zone on a short to push back down into the support area here. So those are some of the price action I'm looking at for Palantir. But basically, I'm looking for the long possibility on this thing here because I'm looking for it to come up and break this resistance and move up and back test this area here. Then maybe it will come back down and find resistance here. Then we'll come back down and once again get down into this support area. So I wouldn't be too much of interest in looking at short up here, but we'll see. But right now I'm focusing on a possible swing long. Just looking at Tesla here, you see Tesla came down and broke this high volume zone. It came down, broke it. Now it never came back and back test this zone yet, although it seems like it did, right? But it's really, basically it was just a little bit of a chop here to try to break this zone. And it came down, broke to this low volume zone here, this low volume node, and did a little bit of a back test, then slide down. And it did not find support down here at this high volume node, but it did find a low support here at this high volume node. You see that it also came back and back test this high volume node a couple of times. So right now it is chopping around in this high volume zone here, this middle part of this range. So what I've been watching is basically looking for Tesla possibly come back up. And I'm looking at this type of possibility for Tesla is to come up, get up to this area. We see here we have a little bit of an inside coil, right? Break this inside coil and then come back and back test this zone here. And I'll be looking at this area for setup to swing long. And the first target area I'd be looking at is this low volume zone because we could get a action and get a rejection and push us back down. But what I'm looking for is basically just a little chop and then come up and try to back test this area here. And that would be between this 340 and 360 area. So that would be a nice swing trade. And if we are basically setting a stop down here below this high volume zone, so basically risking about 26 and try to make 92, $93. So the risk and reward is 3.6 to 1. But we could tighten up the stop here as soon as the price is moving in our favor if the price break into a swing long. And if we go take a look at the 4-hour time frame, the reason I'm looking at 4-hour time frame is because Tesla basically trade around the clock, right? Because they open up on the Asia or the global section also. So we're looking at this. Let's go back and take a look at the book here, back test, and it came down and found support in this high volume zone. And right now we're looking for the possibility of coming back up and get above this volume edge and push us up into this low volume zone and then get into this balance area and try to retrace back up to the high volume zone area at this balance area. So that's basically what I'm looking at for Tesla. So I hope you find these stock analysis to be informative and useful and educational. And if you do, be sure to smash the like button to help me promote this video. And if you are new to this channel, click on the subscribe to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and then also subscribe to my newsletter, The Pulse of the Market. I have the link in the description below, and you could find additional content like these in my newsletter. Thank you for watching, and good luck on your trading. Stay safe.